Behind me is the Sylvia Earle, the luxury polar vessel operated by Aurora Expeditions. We're travelling around on it for the next 3 weeks in Antarctica, South Georgia and the Falkland Islands. Come with us while we go on a full ship tour and give you an honest review of what we think of the Sylvia Earle. The Sylvia Earle launched in 2022 and has been designed from the ground up for true exploration in the world's most remote and pristine places. Named after the legendary oceanographer and marine biologist Dr. Sylvia Earle, the ship is 104 metres long and can accommodate up to 130 passengers. The small ship experience creates an intimate atmosphere on board, and the limited guest numbers mean you actually get more time out on excursions. Sustainability is at the core of Aurora Expeditions, and the Sylvia Earle follows that ethos with low-emission engines, energy-efficient technology, and single-use plastic reduction policies in place. You may have noticed that the Sylvia Earle doesn't actually look like a normal ship, and that's because it has a new X-bow design, a revolutionary inverted hull shape that reduces fuel consumption, minimizes environmental impact, and offers a smoother ride in rough seas. It doesn't just look cool, the X-bow has a purpose. Alright, let's jump on board and show you inside. Welcome to our cabin. We're staying in room 617 here on the Sylvia Earle, which is one of the balcony staterooms C-class. As you can see, it is enormous, very spacious and comfortable. We have a full king-size bed. We have a TV so you can watch all kinds of entertainment or even live stream the lectures from the lecture room to your cabin if you would like. We have heaps of storage so you can stash all your clothes or camera gear away. We have a hairdryer that is supplied, drawers to throw whatever you want in here, a Bluetooth speaker if you like to play some music while you're hanging out in your room. On this side we have another cupboard with plenty more storage for whatever you want. And down below we actually have a fridge tucked away with a minibar. We have bedside tables with more storage, plenty of storage here. You've got coat hangers to hang up your nice clothes or your jackets if you want. We've got some bathrobes, which is really nice. There's also a safe if you want to store any valuables in there. Now it's very safe on board. You don't have to worry about any kinds of theft, but just in case you want it, there is a safe here. This is our bathroom in our cabin. Let's have a look. As you can see, it is absolutely enormous. We have a full-size shower in here. Nice and big, no shower curtains here on the Sylvia Earle. Actual nice glass panels, big and spacious. You got lots of drawers and cupboards, everything you would need to keep your storage tucked away. It is lush in here. Basic toiletries are supplied for you here on the Sylvia Earle. There's shampoo, conditioner, hand soap and body wash, everything you need to stay clean on board. And of course the highlight of our cabin is the balcony. How cool is this? Our own private balcony. Just imagine standing out here, coffee in hand, watching the Antarctic scenery pass you by. You'll have tabular icebergs, you'll have Gentoo and chinstrap and Adelie penguins everywhere, maybe even some humpback whales. It doesn't get much better than this. And when you get to your cabin, your luggage is going to be waiting in here for you. Aurora Expeditions transport it from your hotel straight to the ship into your room so you don't have to lug it all around Ushuaia with you. The other things that you'll find when you check in is that your jackets that are supplied from Aurora Expeditions are waiting for you on your bed, as well as some reusable drink bottles so that you can minimize your plastic use. There are water filters all around the ship, so you just fill these up to stay hydrated. Don't use plastic bottles on board. There's also an information pack with everything you need to know about the trip and the ship itself. And if you're wondering about how to keep things charged while you're on board, which is very important if you have got a lot of camera gear like we do, or laptops you want to keep charged, we're going to show you the power outlets. They're actually universal, so you can plug any kind of adapter you want in here. 230 volts, so you might need a transformer. If you have any kind of plugs from Australia, from the US, from Europe, you can just plug these straight in, which is very handy. There are larger cabins as well with more space, separate bedrooms and sitting areas for extra comfort, and every cabin has their own private balcony. And that's it for our cabin tour. Let's go for a bit of a walk around the Sylvia Earle and see what else we can find on the ship. There are 2 bars on board, and right now we are in the observation bar, which is arguably the best place on the ship to be, especially if you feel like a little bit of a refreshing drink after a big day of adventuring. There's lots of space to sit around, and of course a fully stocked bar behind us where you can get expert cocktails or mocktails or any other kind of drink you feel like. But the real highlight really is the wraparound windows, which have unobstructed views over the Antarctic or Arctic landscapes. There are 2 restaurants on board the Sylvia Earle, and right now we are in the main one, the Gentoo restaurant. It's a bit more of a casual affair. For breakfast and lunch they have buffets, and for dinner they have a la carte. The Gentoo restaurant is where you are likely to enjoy most of your meals, and it's a fantastic place to mingle with new friends and enjoy the incredible service from the hospitality staff. We're not exaggerating when we say that the food on board the Sylvia Earle was some of the best we have ever had on a ship. Not only is it delicious, but it's healthy and varied as well. In the 3 weeks we were on board, we never had the same meal twice. Here's a look at some of the food we enjoyed.
This is the Rockhopper restaurant. The restaurant's located right next door to the observation bar, and it has these beautiful windows looking out at the landscape. You have to make a reservation, but don't worry, the food is included and it's so delicious.
Every meal here is served a la carte, and in the evenings the Rockhopper transforms into a steakhouse style restaurant offering a set menu that includes delicious appetizers, main courses from the grill and delectable dessert. Fish and vegetarian meals are on the menu as well. If you're wondering what the dress code is like on board, it's smart casual, so you can leave the suit and tie at home. Do bring something a little nice for the captain's dinner at the end of the expedition though. After a big day exploring the polar regions, it's only natural to look for a bit of relaxation and rejuvenation. Luckily, there's a sauna on board with spectacular views as well as a spa room so you can book in for a treatment such as a facial or a massage. With all the delicious food you'll be eating, you can work it off by hitting the fully equipped gym on Deck 7. It's surprisingly large and has a variety of equipment available including rowing machines, treadmills, stationary bikes and a range of free weights and machines. That's not all though, the Sylvia Earle also has a heated pool and not one but 2 jacuzzis on the top deck. They are a perfect place to chill out in the afternoons or maybe after doing the polar plunge.
Upstairs, we are in the library and this place is stunning. It has grand windows at the front of the boat looking over the bow and also getting this magnificent view wherever we are. And it has many books where you can read, relax, have some quiet time and take in your surroundings.
This is the Tech-Type Bar, located between the Gen 2 restaurant and the lecture room. It's a bit of a social hub for before and after lectures and recaps, with daily drink specials being served up and lots of space to sit around, chat with your fellow guests, enjoy the views or even play some games. Get 2 goes, you cheat.
This is the lecture theatre. This is the heart and the soul of the ship. This is where we all gather every day and we've got lectures, presentations from the guides. We also have recaps at the end of the day and briefings to find out what is coming up.
Aurora Expeditions employs some of the best guides in the industry, covering a whole range of skills and expertise to further enrich your time on board. On every voyage, you can expect to have marine biologists, geologists, glaciologists, historians and ornithologists. They also welcome special guest lecturers and we were invited on board to give presentations on photography and help teach people how to improve their photographic skills on the expedition. The room has televisions all around so you will always have a view of what's being presented and there is a coffee and tea station at the back of the room available whenever you would like. You'll find the reception on the same deck and the team working behind the desk are there to help with absolutely anything you might need. Further down is the shop, which is a perfect place to pick up some souvenirs, purchase books, grab some gifts for your friends and family back home or even buy any expedition gear that you may need. They have a pretty decent selection of high quality clothing and equipment at reasonable prices. Aurora Expeditions proudly has a citizen science program on all their voyages and it's something they're very passionate about. So much so that here on the Sylvia Earle they have a dedicated citizen science lab, complete with resources to learn all about clouds and seabirds as well as microscopes to analyse some of the organisms that you can collect out here in the Southern Ocean. While there's a lot to do inside of the ship, the real reason you come on an expedition cruise is to spend time outside. The Sylvia Earle has a lot of space on the outer decks for all guests to gather and watch out for wildlife or admire the epic scenery passed on by. For wildlife viewing, the top decks are the best, but personally we prefer the lower decks for photography. This is the mudroom where you get ready for all your adventures when you're heading on out on the Zodiacs and going to landings. It's also the place where you store all your outerwear so you're not going to be taking any wet clothes back to your cabins. Getting off the ship is straightforward. When your group is called, you come on down, get ready and are scanned off the ship. You disinfect your boots, make your way down the gangway and then board the Zodiacs with the help of the driver and sailors. It might seem intimidating the first time, but it's actually very easy. Just follow the team's instructions and you'll be absolutely fine. The mudroom can get congested and the way that the groups and lockers are organised makes it pretty busy down there, so we recommend getting as close to ready as possible in your cabin before making your way down to the mudroom. The Zodiac operations are fast and safe and they can be deployed on the water and ready to go in a matter of minutes. Zodiacs really are the best and safest way to navigate around ice and shallow waters, as well as allowing guests to step foot on land. When you book a polar trip with Aurora Expeditions, there's actually a few more activities you can sign up for. Sea kayaking is a very popular activity for people that love paddling. You'll head out as many times as possible and it's an amazing way to connect on a different level with Antarctica. You can also go snorkeling in Antarctica with Aurora Expeditions, and they are one of the only companies in the industry that offer this unique experience on their ships. Landings and Zodiac cruises are included for all guests who join a trip with Aurora Expeditions. And of course, we can't forget everybody's favourite thing to do in Antarctica, the polar plunge. If jumping off a perfectly warm and dry ship into the freezing ocean sounds like fun to you, the team will do everything they can on each voyage to make that happen. Talk about getting ultimate bragging rights. One of our favourite things about travelling with Aurora Expeditions on the Sylvia Earle really comes down to just how much fun it is. On board, there's plenty of entertainment put on by the team, and the atmosphere really encourages a relaxed and social vibe. There's game nights, charity auctions, bar talks, and outdoor barbecues, which ensures all the guests are having the best time possible. Last but not least is all the staff on board. Without the incredible expedition team, hotel staff and ship crew, none of what makes the Sylvia Earle such a wonderful ship would be possible. They are the real stars of the show and help make this ship one of the best in the industry for exploring the polar regions. Well, that's it for our Sylvia Earle ship tour. Is it the perfect vessel? Not quite, but nothing is. Having travelled and worked on many expedition ships, we feel there are a few things that could have been designed a little bit better. The sauna and spa, for example, while much appreciated, do feel like a bit of an afterthought, and they are not set up nearly as well as what we've seen on some other ships. The mudroom is a bit cramped as well, which makes it tight when everyone in your group is trying to get ready at once. This could easily be improved, however, by organising the Zodiac groups in a slightly different way. Honestly though, these are minor things and aren't deal breakers in the slightest. If you're looking for a modern luxury expedition ship with a low number of guests and a high quality of crew, you'll be hard pressed to find a better option than Aurora Expeditions Sylvia Earle. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up and a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you have any questions about what it's like to travel to the polar regions with Aurora Expeditions, drop us a message. We'll see you on the next adventure.